What is up, everyone? It is Midwest Raider Game Update coming at you with a quick video for the last game that got played, which was the Raiders versus the LA Chargers, and we did play them at SoFi. And I'll let you know how that game went down, tell you my thoughts real quick, and give you my general feedback of the game. If I do watch a game, I am going to make a video, so please log into my channel, check it out, throw some comments down, let me know what you're thinking about the Raiders right now, and all that good stuff. So thank you for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share, and all that good stuff. All right, so let's talk about the game. So I'm just going to talk about what I think happened in this game. So it was very hard to watch, like the middle of this game, because of course the Raiders in the first quarter we score, which is great. I like the fast starts, and I keep saying that every week, but then we just go dormant in the mid range of these games, and then we try to come hard at the end of the game, which is not working because one, we can't get it done. We can't finish these games, which is kind of a theme that we've had with the Josh McDaniels regime. It's just tough. It's tough. So we did have 69 plays total in this game, which is more than the Chargers. So we had the ball a little bit more, but like I said, we just couldn't finish the drives. We did have 264 yards of total yards. The Chargers had a little bit more with 305. But some of the key things to losing this game, or some of the little things I'll highlight, is the 9 penalties for 80 yards. And we did have a controversial call at the beginning where, it was obvious that Tillery did hit their quarterback while he was going out, but that kind of worked against us later, because the thing I'll argue is that he got us when players just didn't want to hit him. There was a couple other times in this game where a safety or somebody could have just plummeted him and hit him very hard, and they kind of brushed off or pushed. If you're a runner, you get to get hit, and he did that where and these quarterbacks pretend like they're going to go out of bounds and then bounce it back in and get 1 or 2 more yards. Oh, hell no. We need to be blasting these characters, and I don't care if we get a penalty on it. If we need to teach them that if they're going to play little tricks, and he did that later in the game where he kind of went out, came back in, and Diablo could have lit him up, and he did not. After he got that penalty, he's like, "Oh, I can do this. I'm gonna tease this," and it was bad for us. So I'm okay with getting a little penalty. The ejection was a little bit much, in my opinion, but because he wasn't obviously like head targeting him or he just hit him going out of bounds. So I'm okay with the call for the penalty, but I'm not okay with the ejection. I thought that was a little severe. Sure, he'll get fined, all that kind of stuff, but we need to play Raider football. And I'm sorry if people think that's dirty, but we saw it come back to haunt us later in the game when he pretended like he was going to go out of bounds and came back in, and then we didn't hit him and they got a couple extra yards. No, we need to be smacking that quarterback. I don't care if he's a quarterback. He turns into a runner when he starts running the ball, so he gets full respect for all kinds of hits if you're going to be a runner. And then especially if you're going to pretend to go out of bounds and then cut back in, yeah, we're getting burned on that. Another thing was the 3 turnovers in this game. We did have a rookie quarterback, Aiden O'Connell, get his start. It was cool that he did get a quarterback sneak at the beginning, which was our first score. But after that, he had all kinds of issues with ball control, not looking for his reads fast enough, hesitation with the ball, which he did not have in the preseason. And I know it's kind of different in the preseason. You're not having the quality of play by players. Khalil Mack decided to have a crazy game against the Raiders. Of course, we should have known that was coming because, ex-player. But he should actually cut us a break because yes. Maybe he was doing that because Aiden's wearing number 4 for Carr. I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of funny. So also, third down efficiency, we were 1 for 11, which is horrible, but we were 3 for 3 on 4th down, which is a positive, I guess. And of course, the Chargers were better. They weren't great, but they were better. Time possession, we actually had a lot of time possession, 32 minutes, and Chargers had 27 minutes and some seconds. Aiden O'Connor played okay. He was 24 for 39, 238 yards with 1 interception, but he did have 2 fumbles in the game, in the pocket, getting bumped. The offensive line did not play as good as I would hope they could play. And like I said, Khalil Mack had a ridiculous amount of stats, getting like 5 or 6 sacks in this game, getting records for against teams. Of course, that always happens against the Raiders, no matter what player it is these days. And then I did like how the coach talked about the punting game. Me and my friend that we always watch the games, even he said, he's like, well, you have a great punt game in this game, and AJ Cole's having a tremendous game. We had a pretty good return from the punt game as well, so pretty funny that's the only highlight in the game is getting some good our punter getting some good punts on. So good for him, though. Good for him, and good for maybe the future if we could put all 3 of those steps together: offense, defense, and special teams. Other than that, I'm not against Aiden O'Connor. He played an okay game for a rookie. He is a rookie, and he was playing a pretty good defense, even though they didn't have Bosa, but Khalil Mack came to play. He's still a really good player. And, he devastated the line. They couldn't give him enough time to throw. Aiden, his first game, maybe a little bit confused on, the different disguises that the offense or defense did in the game. So, it makes sense that he was a little bit hesitant throwing. And, being pressured in the pocket, he's just not used to it. Make any quarterback uncomfortable. So definitely, I'm not mad at him. He did his thing. I just hope he learns quick by getting thrown into the fire. And if we have to use him again, he'll be a little bit better than that. So good learning experience. Too bad it had to happen against the Chargers, and too bad it had to happen when we needed a win. We really need something to pick up this team. So hopefully we have something coming here soon. All right, Josh Jacobs, 17, got the running game going in the 4th quarter, but once again, we were doing things too little, too late in the end of the game. 17 carries for 58 yards. He was really good in the pass game. Aiden just dropping it down to Jacobs, but we need to get away from that, like I said, because defenses are going to be watching that, and they're going to be covering Jacobs bad, and they're going to get some picks off that when we're just dumping it off the same thing every game. Garoppolo was doing that as well. Adams, 8 for 75. Jacobs did lead in receiving yards. Myers had a couple catches, and so did Renfrow. So we did pick up Renfrow a couple times, but still, we need to get Renfrow. I don't know what's going on with Renfrow. Can anybody explain that? What's going on with Renfrow? He just doesn't look as crisp on routes, and maybe he knows that he's not going to get the ball as much, so he's just kind of doing half-ass, which I would hope not from Renfrow. He seems like an upstanding guy, Christian guy, and someone that comes in, wants to play football and do his job every play, but it just seems lackluster when you kind of watch him playing. Doesn't seem like the same guy trying to shred these defensive defenders. So kind of weird. Other than that, so scoring wise, like I said, we scored in the first quarter. Defense really didn't turn on till the second half, but when they did, they goose egg them the 3rd quarter and 4th quarter, which is cool. We scored 7 in the first. We didn't score again till the end of the 3rd with a field goal, and we hicked up 7 at the end. And we did have a chance to win this game, or at least tie it, and we failed with that because Aiden O'Connor threw an interception. But like I said, I'm okay with that because it's going to happen. He's a rookie, and he does what rookie things do. Now, some rookies will shine in places like that, and some will fail, and unfortunately, we get the latter side with the fail, but, it happens. He's a rookie, and it sucked the way it happened, though, because it really looked like he totally failed. He was only looking one way, either throw the ball away or you throw the interception, and he decided to throw the interception. It didn't look like anybody was open on that play, and not even paying attention. They weren't even looking back, and it looked like a total fail, but it is what it is. Like I said, a rookie mistake. All right, defensively, like I said, in this game, we played phenomenally in the second half. They really gave us a chance to win this game, but it's unfortunate that the defense, that they're saving the offense a little bit too much at the end of these games, and then we can't help them out and finish it off, even when we need to kick some field goals and stuff. Once again, It is getting me mad, and it's not play calling all the time, but it is like Josh McDaniels can't figure out the team's momentum, okay? It is very hard to get into the red zone in the NFL. So when we get to the red zone and we're that close and we're at that point in the later half of this game and we decided to kick the field goal, it is very hard to get the red zone. So if we have a chance in the red zone, really close, within 10 yards, first and goal from the 10 or whatever it is, we need to go for it on fourth. We're at the point, in my opinion, that we need to finish a game. We need to take a stand and finish a game. And so if we don't get it, fine, we don't get it. But we need to score touchdowns and not field goals, and finish games and not just kick field goals, okay? So we had the momentum. We were looking pretty good. That's, from a coach, you need to go with your gut feeling and not statistics, okay? You need to go play from your gut and say, my team's doing pretty good offensively right now. We have momentum. We're moving the ball. The players look like they're doing okay. Let's go for it on fourth down for this touchdown. If not, our defense is looking good in the fourth quarter. We can pin them deep within the 10. And so it's like a punt, okay? So let's take this chance. I know we need points, but if we get a touchdown, is far going to surpass a field goal momentum-wise and points-wise. So let's just go for the touchdown. And Josh McDaniels does not have that. He wants to go statistically instead of with a gut feeling every once in a while. And I felt with a gut feeling that we could have scored and it would have really changed this game. I really think we would have won this game if we would have just went for it there, instead of waiting to hold the defense. And this happened again in another game where I think we should, instead of kick the field goal, we should have just had momentum, taken a touchdown on that. And we'll never know. We'll never know because we didn't go for it. So, I can talk about it all the time. But Josh McDaniels, go with a gut instead of statistics, and let's finish these games, okay? That's the only thing I got to say about that. Let's talk about the defense. We had no normal standouts. Crosby, Moehrig had an interception. Marcus Peters had a lot of tackles. So did Spillane and Jenkins. We did have 2 sacks in the game, only by Crosby, though. So we need other players to help us a little bit more in the pass rush game for sure. We need to take the opportunities. I know Peters had a chance. Marcus Peters, once again, had a chance to intercept it. You're wearing that 2-4. Let's represent. You're due for an interception. Moehrig as well. He had an interception, but he could have had another interception. We could have had up to 3 turnovers in this game and really turned the tide, maybe giving our offense more momentum to score. So I know the defense did really good in the second half, but they could have done better. And you really need to take advantage of the plays that you have. And we could have made more plays in this game, and maybe it could have turned the tide. Once again, maybe. Lots of maybes in this game. But we did have a chance at the end to win or tie, and we couldn't take advantage of that. So you never know what could happen in the future. And we are playing close games, and it is nice to see the teams not flat out dying out there. But at the same time, we're waiting too long to take advantage of our opportunities, or we're not using the momentum to take advantage of the opportunities and things like that. So we have Green Bay on Monday night, so hopefully we can take advantage of these. Green Bay is kind of up and down, so it is kind of I don't know what to say. I think we could have a chance in this game. I don't think Green Bay is fantastic, so I think we could have a chance in this game, but it's going to be up to taking advantage of opportunities when we have them. If we can play a full 60 minutes of a game, defensive, offensive, with special teams, all that kind of stuff, we can finish this game. And I think that would be a big momentum boost to beat Green Bay. I'm sure Davante Adams wants to have a good game against his former team and all those types of highlights and stories. It is Monday Night Football, which everybody should get excited about. I'd like to see Crosby at the end of the game talking to media saying, yeah, we knew we could do this. And Davante Adams saying, yeah, it's good to beat my old team and all that good stuff. I don't know who's playing at quarterback, Garoppolo or Aiden, but whoever plays, I think they are capable of delivering a win against this team. Like I said, Aiden didn't score some touchdowns. He looked a little better at the end of the game, even though he made that last unfortunate mistake at the end zone. But I think both of them are capable. Hopefully Garoppolo does play, because he does give us a better chance to win, of course. So not hating on any of those guys. So we're all good there. We just need to put it together and get some communication going in this team, work all 3 phases, and I think we'll be okay. So thank you guys for listening to me, letting me vent a little bit about the game, talk about it, give you my opinions, all that kind of stuff. If you like this, leave a like, subscribe, and check out future videos, because like I said, if I watch a game, I'm going to talk about it. So thank you so much. See you real soon. Go Raiders, Raider Nation, Monday night, represent, and let's see if we can get 1 W and raise the momentum of this team. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See you on the next video.